Now that's what we come for. Look at him, look. Absolute bristler. Welcome to White Springs Lakes. Today we've come on the Specimen Lake. Now this lake has got carp well over 40 pound, and not just an odd one or two, an absolute boatload of them. But it's not the carp we've come for today. I've heard some reports. My good mate has been fishing here the last 2 days and he's caught between 7 and 10 perch, all £1.5 to £2.5. So I thought to myself, right, I'll have some of that. So I thought, because I'm going to come down and have a fish anyway, let's set the cameras up, do a bit of perch fishing, something, you know, a little bit different to the norm for this channel. This channel's a lot about tutorials, you know, live matches, but I just thought if we do end up catching a few, it'll be great to get it on camera. So as you can tell, it's blowing its absolute tits off today, but I'm sure with the right rigs, the right baits and the right location, we'll end up catching a few. Well, I hope we will anyway. So I fed some bait already, I fed some casters. We'll have a quick look at the rigs. Oh, look at this wind, and then we'll get on and see if we can catch some of these great big giant dinosaur perch. Right then, we're ready to start. Now all we've got, I've got 2 rigs set up here. I'm just going to start with a bulk and 2 droppers because it's quite windy. I've only got a 0.35 of a float on, but with perch fishing, they don't really like that resistance, so I'm going to fish as light a rig as I can. I've got a line here just bottom of the near shelf, like anywhere where you've got a little bit of structure, snags, they are brilliant places to start. So I've got a double caster on there. So I'm going to start short here, but just to my right there's an old dead lily bed and it's the same depth, so they are my 2 lines to start. And I have put a line further across against the island as well. But let's just start on this. Now, my old buddy Marge told me that the small fish in here are an absolute nuisance, but I think you want them small fish in your peg to attract those perch, because he did say that when he was shipping little roach back, perch were chasing after him, so there must have been a good crowd of perch there. But he was on the other side of the lake. Now I can't get in there because there's all specimen anglers on there. So there you go, that's a bite. Look at that little skimmer. Is that a skimmer or a hybrid? Oh boy, hybrid. But it's a good sign if you're just catching them that those perch will appear. I'm a little bit, I want a loose feed, but what I don't want to do is drag a million bits in where I can't get my rig through them. So we'll go back on a double caster. So this is just going to be a case we'll just have to feel our way into this session. But I would absolutely love to catch some of those big old perch. There's nothing better than big perch, is there? It's a little bit windy, but that rig does seem to be fishing quite nice so far. It bites through the way, look. I've got some worms, got some nice dendrobinas there, so we can chop a few of them up if we need to. Now every time this wind drops, I'm just gonna, oh that's nice that, just throw some casters in there. So it might be just a case, look at these roach, might just be a case of going through the numbers to start with. Get off. Good look. Crackers, isn't he? What I can do as well is to pick out them better fish. A little wormhead. Always a good bait. For a perch. So we've got 3 or 4 pints of casters with us. Over a couple of lines, I'm sure at some point we'll turn up something special here. Yeah, it is towing through a little bit, but I don't mind that too much. It's a little indication there. Ooh. It's nicked my shells, that one. What might be better is just like potting 50 millicasters, fishing it out and doing it that way if these little bits are going to be an absolute nuisance. But we'll see. Right, I've just hooked something. Oh, but I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a perch. got to be a perch. I can't see what else it's going to be. Just been plugging away. Yeah, it is. Just been plugging away on that shorter line. There he is, look. Yes, look at that. Oh yeah, it's a clonker. Now that's what we come for. Look at him, look. Absolute bristler. Right, we have completely changed what we're doing now. And it's paid, as you've seen from them couple of little shots. It's proper paid off. So I've stopped throwing casters and I've chopped some worms. So on my short line, I've got a proper old like guano mix there, casters, loads of worms, and just a tiny little bit of F1 dark ground bait just to hold it together because it's quite deep. And down the edge there, and I've just been feeding some neat worms with some casters, and I've had 3 down the edge with a big piece of worm, dropped in short over that feed, and I've had 2 there straight away on a big worm as well. So the plan is now, I'm going to bounce off these 2 lines, stop throwing casters in, and just fish big old worms on the hook. So what I've been doing, I've just been hooking a worm through the head. There's a mosquito or something on me there, get off. Hooking a worm through the head, nipping him off on the tail, but what I don't want him to do is wriggle up and flick everywhere, so just pull him like that, and he'll just go all limp. So let's have a look in the edge. Just absolutely changed my pegs. I only fed worms down here to start with, and I caught 2 pretty quick. So we're down there now. I had 2 quick, and I thought I'm going to have to feed them short, and I fed it there, dropped in 2 drops. I've had 2 perch, so it's just about, I wasn't really sure how to approach it. You know, we caught that one nice one loose feeding casters, and I did bump another one, but it was just a silverfish, a chuck, and normal circumstances you'd be absolutely crunk catching them big silvers, hybrids, big roach. But that's not what we've come on here for. We've come for perch, and now we've caught, what have we caught? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we've caught 6 now. I'd say the smallest one is a pound. And what I've noticed with these perch is they're definitely watching these hook bits, because every time I catch one, it's either as soon as I put the rig in or when I lift and drop it out. So I'm just keeping that hook bit on the move. There's a bite. There we go. There's one. There's one straight away. As soon as I lifted and dropped that, then you've seen he was under. I've got a 16's F1 pellet on here, but what I'd like to have really, that feels like a nice fish, that does. Oh yeah, what I would like to have is a 14 F1 pellet, but I've only got that size of 014, and I think, oh my god, look at this. But I think catching perch, when you can fish as light as you possibly can, that is absolutely unreal in my book. Look at that. That's what you call a perch. Magnificent beast. Look at that. Class. I'm not going to feed again. I'm just going to drop straight back in. He's just inside the mouth. I've never caught this many perch before like this, especially on a commercial. Plonk, he's £2. We've still got our worm, so I'm going to go straight back in with our worm. Yeah, I wish I had a few 14 hooks tied up, just because, you know, they're big old mouth on these perch, and I'm fishing a big bait as well. So let's see if we can get another off this feed, and I'll just top this up, drop in on the bottom of the shelf, hopefully catch 1 or 2. Little indication then. I just got my roller bag here, just holding down all these big bits of twigs and all that was sticking up in the air, so we can see what we're doing. Just lift that out, 2 float lengths, back in with it. Oh my god, I shouldn't have struck at that. But there's another one there, so let's get a nice worm again. I don't want one of those enormous ones, I want quite a long, skinny-ish kind of one like that. Again, just nip him off, slide him down, stop him from wriggling there. Just lay him in. Now there's one in there, so let's try not to make a mess of it this time. This rig is all kind of strung out, so we'll get a nice drop on it. But on the other rig I've just got a bulking tool just because it's that bit deeper and I want to get it down, but then I can just lift and drop the last sort of foot. I don't need it to be lifting and dropping it much more than that. Come on in. There we go. Oh yes. Oh yes. This is Perch Nation today. There's some absolutely huge perch in here. I think £5.3 is the venue record. Whether we'll catch one of them, I don't know, but this is mega, just catching these. Look at this. Unbelievable perch fishing at White Springs on the Specimen Lake. These fish have never ever seen a hook, I don't expect. Never been fished for, well, not for a long time anyway. Is that one Lukey boy? No, perch. PERCH. Definitely going to feed some worm short now, boy. Oh. Like that, boy. Right, we've sussed it out now. Put on the worms. Sussed it out. Oop. Hello. Oh, we got here. This could be what we're after. Just be throwing casters. We have a few indications there. Found something again. again, yeah. Is he a perch? Yeah, he is. Nice perch too. Real good looking perch. Oh boy. Just throwing in casters just seems to have a little head of a worm on there that time. I do expect a few bites as this, as this light starts to go. We haven't got much time left now of the session, but is that a big boy? Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yes, babe. Well, that is a real good looking perch. God, he's a plonker him. Where's the net? Right, let's keep going. See if we can get a couple to finish up here now. Hello. Perchy. That feels perch-like to me. Yes. Oh, bad bit of net in there. Oh, he's come off it. Oh, I knocked him off in the net. Can you believe that? Knocked him off in the net. Oh, just hang there for a second as well. Let's trot back in and see if you can nick another. There's 3 of them good perch have come off now. God, they're so frustrating, Perch, I think. Or is it? I feel like a perch. I don't know if it's like a perch. Right, I'm going to finish up on that fish. That has been no bad. Just want to have a look at you, I thought. That's been an absolutely magnificent. Bit of fin up there. That's been a magnificent perch session. So I'm going to pack a couple of bits away there now, and then we'll have a look at this lovely old cat shot. So how was that for an absolute basket full of perch? Look at some of these perch, look at them. Absolute clonkers. Spines everywhere. Look, just a couple of them. I don't know how many we've had probably 13 or so perch. I've just put a few of the nice ones in this net. Got a big fat in there, look. So I've just put a few of the nice ones in there. I've chucked the pile back. So let's hope there's a few bits in there. Super simple session, simple rig, simple bait, a little bit of good location, fish in the right areas, and we've caught an absolute sack full of commercial perch. I absolutely love that.